This week on Northland Dodges the Regional, we get to know an unconventional mentor for Williams Lake's tour band, meet the winner from the Crashed Ice World Championships in Sweden, and discover a few secrets at the BC Old Time Fiddlers Weekly Jams.
Northland Dodge Chrysler Jeeps, the Regional, brought to you by Northland Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Prince George. For information, 250-562-5254.
Led by their instructor, the tour band at Williams Lake Secondary practices a song in preparation for an upcoming performance.
To take it seriously, it takes a lot of dedication and it takes practicing daily.
A dedication that the group of students shows every week, rehearsing challenging songs under the guidance of program newcomer Brianne DeVerte,
1, 2,
who took over the band's direction this year.
It's like probably I'd say the most dedicated bunch of students that I've worked with in the music program.
Among the music lovers sits James Still, trumpet in hand.
You really get a lot of experience and you meet a lot of new people and friends through playing music. It's a really enjoyable experience.
Back in the brass section, you'll find someone who can't help but stand out. He's definitely not a student, but veteran player Tuba John can be found seated next to the budding musicians, playing along and lending his expertise.
I mostly work in the back of the band where the teachers don't get to, and elementary kids or the high school kids, and I give little tips here and there to different players as to what they can do to improve, or, you know, too loud, too soft.
After retiring, Sykes sought a way to wet his musical whistle. Ever since, he's been playing alongside various high school bands. Today, seated next to tuba player Willa Julius, a student Sykes influenced early on.
He actually taught me how to play tuba. Like, he's kind of my mentor because, you know, Tuba John.
Her first year was the year that we actually went to Cuba, and I played alongside her the whole year. And the next year they needed a trombone player, so I played trombone and sent her on her own, and she's done very, very well ever since.
As much as he is a help to the students, he's also a help to DeVerte, providing a set of eyes and ears where she can't always be.
He can offer a lot of support to the brass players, and I think they really look towards him. And also he sits near the back of the room, so which is great because in the back of the room it tends to be chatty.
With music to learn, the band continues to rehearse, anticipating their next performance, which is sure to be music to their ears. For Shaw TV in Williams Lake, I'm Sam Numson.
Take some of the finest and toughest hockey players in the world, shoulder to shoulder, descending down a 350-meter long ice hill at speeds up to 75 kilometers an hour. It's an exhilarating downhill battle to the bottom at the Red Bull Crashed Ice World Championship in Åre, Sweden. Taking first place was 25-year-old firefighter from Fort St. John, Adam Horst.
It felt unbelievable. I don't know, it's really hard to explain exactly. You're so wound up when it happens, and even at the end, you know, it's just unbelievable.
Crashed ice could be explained as a cross between downhill skiing, snowboard cross, and hockey. Horst received 1,000 points for the result in Sweden, which puts him in 4th place in the world standings and only 10 points behind 3rd.
Basically, it's 4 guys at a time down a narrow ice track and jumps and corners, and fastest 2 to the bottom move on to the next round. So coming into the first corner, which is always the interesting part of the race where it kind of determines itself, I was more inclined to just kind of hold back and see what ensued and just leave myself in a position to get past whatever happened. It actually went through clean, and then just chase the guys down, and you know, you need a little luck on your side and just push them to make mistakes.
This sport has become very popular in this country, with many Canadians competing at the Worlds.
More than any other country, I think we have 11 that are doing the World Championship, which is 11 Canadians in the top 32 in the world is pretty impressive.
Being prepared is important, but there is always danger in any extreme sport.
Obviously you're going fast and it's ice and it hurts when you hit, and there are risks involved with it for sure, but as far as a dangerous sport, it's no no more dangerous than a lot of the extreme sports out there.
Training for a sport like this can be difficult, as there are not always courses close to home for skaters to practice on.
That's what everybody asks, because there is no hill to train on, and that would be the biggest thing to be able to do, would be to train on an actual hill. Try and get out and skate as much as I can, play hockey, even just skating, because skating without a stick is probably one of the biggest challenges. But lots of work in the gym, stay in shape.
Fort St. John fans were tuned in to cheer Adam on and feel the excitement.
You know what, I knew there was lots of people watching, but you don't realize how many people are actually watching until it was over. The support has been pretty overwhelming.
It isn't always easy to watch your child in sports, from the sidelines or on TV, especially for such a fast and dangerous sport as this.
They're always proud of what he's doing. He's always wanted to go hard and go fast. We always watch him with great enthusiasm. You're watching, hoping for him. It was an awesome feeling to see him finally succeed at something he's worked so hard at.
Adam expects the popularity of the sport to rise even further.
We'd like to see the sport grow. I don't know whether it will go Olympics or even the X Games would be a cool place to put it. Yeah, it's becoming a showcase sport because it is entertaining to watch, and like I say, it's only going to get bigger.
But for now, Adam is focusing on the next event, the fourth and final race in the Red Bull Crashed Ice World Championship in Quebec, March 15th. Approximately 120,000 spectators are expected to be on hand, and fans on hand, and there will even be more fans watching on TV. To check out more on Adam Horst or the Crashed Ice World Championship, go to www.redbullcrashedice.com. For Shaw TV in Fort St. John, I'm Diane Townsend.
Fiddles, banjos, mandolins, guitars, that's what you would assume to find at the BC Old Time Fiddlers Weekly Jam. But what you might not be expecting is a group of youth learning and performing traditional roots music.
That it's fun and enjoyable to play and makes the old folks happy. You don't have to concentrate as much, you just go out and have fun and play whatever you want to play.
I just play and sometimes chord, and then all the seniors dance to it. It's fun to see them dance and to dance to it too.
As an adult with them, it's wonderful because they are such phenomenal players that they push every adult in the room. And sometimes it's a little intimidating as an adult to be up there with a 10-year-old who can play better than you or learn faster than you. So it has its challenges, but it's wonderful, and the rewards of playing with young people are humongous.
For the more seasoned and experienced fiddlers, one of the best parts of playing alongside this talented group of youngsters is watching them grow.
That's neat to watch their growth as they progress. At first they're playing songs not at tempo and with irregular tone, you might say, and then as you're playing music with them, the next year they are playing so much more confidently and stronger.
When I started, I really didn't know any of the traditional fiddle songs, I guess, and wasn't very good at all. And since then, I've gotten more comfortable with it and relaxed on stage a lot and learned a lot of songs.
Well, it's neat to watch them grow up. I remember one of the girls some time ago, she was just a little wee thing watching the old men tap their feet. And then she'd look down and she'd tap her feet. And pretty soon she was playing little tunes on her tiny little fiddle. And it's been neat to watch all of them go through those stages of being little kids and learning from the old men and then becoming far better than the rest of us.
We know why the old-time fiddlers like having the kids around, but why do the youngsters like playing at the jams? Well, it turns out that answer is pretty simple.
I like playing for the seniors, and I like dancing to it too. And it's just fun to play.
Well, mostly like coming down here just to make everyone happy when they're dancing out there and playing with the old people here.
For Shaw TV in Prince George, I'm Kevin Neal.
Northland Dodge Chrysler Jeeps, the Regional, has been brought to you by Northland Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Prince George. For information, www.northlanddodge.ca.